Hello folks, welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. I'm 𝘊𝘰𝘳𝘀𝑆. Please subscribe. We are revisiting the Death Gang, and boy, a bunch of time has passed. I played a lot of cycles last night, just generally cleaning things up. So I don't remember... Oh, someone's trapped. Hold on a second. As you do. How are you trapped? Oh, because of that. You're alright, Gossman. Just keep digging. Keep on digging. I tell you what, we'll grab some granite. There's probably some granite. And do that with high priority, so Gossman can get out. Anyways, I'm continuing to dig. And yeah, this geyser's been tamed. Yeah, I remember after the last episode we had 30 some odd cycles, maybe close to 40 cycles, before this thing became active again. Yeah, it's active. I played a lot of cycles. Food has gone up and down and all over the place. This water was down to about here at one point. That's why there's no water down here, because I pumped it all up. We cooled it down pretty well with this loop, and I've left it running to cool down the steam that is in here at 100 and some odd degrees. You can see it's doing pretty well. It's only 49 degrees down here right now, and we'll let it cool down some more. We want to do more. You're really stuck, hey? You're really stuck. There's granite right there, man. You just gotta build it. Yeah, okay. I mean, fine. You made the fish happy. Good for you. This is what I'm trying to do, is save this fish right now and put it down here. There you go. Enjoy your ladder. Silly dupes. Anyways. Yeah, this thing is running, but it's not having to do that much cooling right now. I almost feel like I need more cooling loop in here, especially around the cool steam vent, to really pick up on that. But without suits, there's no getting in there right now. There just really isn't. There's one thing I could change. I could deconstruct this block, move the ladder over, and then maybe do a cheeky deconstruct on the diagonal. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Anyways, I'm doing a lot of digging. I did a lot of digging last night, as you can see, coming down here. Look! It's oil biome, and it's natural gas geysers. That's exciting. There's also, yeah, we have this cool steam vent, and it is got 30 cycles before it's back online. There was another one somewhere. Oh, hey, look, there's even another one there. We're gonna get into all of these at some point, but right now I gotta find them all. Oh yeah, another ATN. That's 2. What do we have here? That's a steam vent. And this actually made me really excited, because yeah, things were just getting really dire when it came to water. So with 3 geysers, we should be able to keep our oxygen pumps going constantly. Now, I've considered this as well. We could turn this off. There's nothing stopping us from turning this off, because we have oxygen. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we have, never mind, we have 4,000 kilograms of oxygen, which is a lot of oxygen. It's enough to last a long time. So we could just keep pumping it out of there into the base, which is constantly printing things. Nutrient bars, I'm going to refresh that. We'll take 𝘊𝘰𝘳𝑗 seeds. Pardon me. But then we turn this off, we save some power to save some coal. But then we don't have the hydrogen to cool this down. Not the end of the world, but we don't have hydrogen to run these, which is more important, I would say. Because we're getting more or less a net positive ceiling collapse. You dupes are amazing. Their appetite for self-destruction is, I don't know, puts a drug addict to shame. I should know. Been there, done that, man. Hey, is that oxalite in here? Oh yeah, we made a little pocket, a little breathing pocket. But, anyways. Oh, I see the problem here. Hey, look, the fish got down there. We found lots of geysers. That was kind of the point. And we are at a point where we could blow this open and get some oil for funsies. So this is going to help with power production. It's going to help with water production, all these geysers. And yeah, that's important because we need to get either a lot of water in or we need to stop making oxygen, which I really don't want to do right now. I do want to heat this up more because it's not running very efficiently. You can see this bar represents basically its efficiency and its output. And we want it right up around there, as you can imagine. We want it full. And that's going to take some serious heat. All right, we got that done. So if we build that, can we then on the diagonal get rid of that? We could probably do it without burning our dupes to death, actually. But let's find out. Let's do it the safe way. We'll do it one at a time here and see what happens. In fact, I'll just go ahead and do that. Oh yeah, here was the other thing I found. An iron volcano up here. And that's the chlorine vent we knew about. So that's great. We'll have iron, aluminum. That's a great stock. And water. So things are looking up. And we're at a point, I mean, we could always go up to the surface. And is this ice? It is ice. Very cool. But yeah, we could get solar power as well. I've kind of determined that there is a priority, and that priority must be getting our dupes in suits, because it's just taken forever. Let's, most of our pips died, seemingly without giving eggs, and they're turned off from here, so they didn't get drowned. They just died when they were somewhere. I don't know. Anyways, we're ready for another round of hatches in here too. I set this up between episodes to get ready. And if I go do a quick search on the Googles, more specifically on the Oni wiki, Oni, how many hatches per dupe? You search that up, you get 2.38 hatches per dupe. So 8 is, well, let's see, 2.38. Let's call it 2.5 to 5 to 7.5. So 3 dupes fed per ranch. So 3, 6, 9, 12 dupes is exactly what we have, is 12 dupes. So that's enough hatches to feed everyone. That'll keep us in coal. We may have to supercharge our cooling a little bit in order to cool down a volcano. That's like, that's real. That's 1726 degrees C. That's not even a little bit cool. It's not one of those minor volcanoes. I could wish for one of those, actually. We didn't find one of those, right? It's just that volcano. That volcano and chlorine and what else? Oh yeah, we found this guy. I haven't been in there yet. Let's go ahead and break in. Let that yucky oxygen out. Gosh. The fight against polluted oxygen has just been so unreal. But this is part of why I want to button up the base and get some transit tubes. I like to do it so that you walk to a couple of central stations within the inner base, and you take it out with a suit. You take the transit tube, I mean. Hey, look at that. That worked. Okay. Let's carry on then. I think because this loop is so much less efficient than this loop, I'm going to go ahead and swap this out. We did have water going up here to the ATN to cool that. I'm gonna stop doing that. It was never very efficient or very effective. So we're gonna strip this out, making it a really good cooling loop for this because that'll go up into the Aquatuners. And we definitely need to put more heat into them because it's going back. Pardon my voice. Oh my god. Frog in my throat. It's going back at 16.9 degrees. So, I mean, the base is really cool right now. 13.5 degrees up in, yeah, up in the coolest spots. And as soon as this water overlaps that pipe, that will supercharge that a bit. We could always throw in some radiant pipe, but I don't think it matters that much. Yeah, so we're gonna strip a bunch of stuff out of here and just make some more space for the steam to get down. We can take care of this block as well and do this more properly. Let's say we can actually cancel that from being destructed. What is this? You can see it's just like this little, it's a little project that just became so squirrely. All right, nobody die. Please, thank you. Get rid of those tiles. Yeah, Turner, it's hot. Hey, Turner, it's real hot. There we go. Now the steam's gonna flow and our cooling loop is off. This is not even the way this should go. Not even the way this should go. It should really go the other way around. I think I should be putting the maximum amount of cooling in the bottom and then have it come up here. So... No, you can hold that ladder. Hold that thought. It's these guys. And this is the inline. Don't let the arrow fool you. This is where it comes down. And so I think what I'll do is I'll just make do. We'll put a bridge there. Yes. We'll snip that there. Come down here and pick up all the heat we can out of the water. We'll bridge over the pump because we may use that in the future. Yep. And then into there and back to there. These metal tiles are not super useful in their current position anymore, so I think I'll remove them. It's probably more useful right there. What have I done? This comes down here. They deconstructed the thing. You know what? Over like that. Better. That tile, not super useful. Get rid of it. Reclaim our metal. Anyone else a metal fan? I tell you, I cannot get enough of Spirit Box these days. And strangely, Sleep Token. Ever since I watched that 𝘊𝘰𝘯 episode. Stuck in my head like you wouldn't believe. Crazy earworm. Anyways, that's better, and here it is working. Already. So that water should start to plummet in temperature. And by the time it gets here, I guess we're keeping that tile. Oh yeah, I told them to put that tile back. So it's up to 38 degrees. And then it'll cool down some steam, precipitate that out. Now it's up to 67 or so. 50, 40. Yeah, because it takes the initial brunt of it at the start of the line. So it looks like it's fairly steady. 39, 38. Okay, 37. It's cooling down fast. But that's what we want. Yeah, that's great. You look here, it's still 15 degrees in the pipe there. So that'll help precipitate the water out. This is set if the water goes below 29 degrees, and I think I'm going to change that to 25, then this will pump. But of course it has nowhere to pump to right now, so we'll fix that. But this is going to be a water cooler supply. And water cooler supply? No. Cool water supply. And we'll start to be able to use these guys again at a reasonable temperature, I think. If it's coming back at, say, 35, that will bring it down to 20. That'll be, yeah, 17. I think I'm going to put this to 20, which means it's going to come out at 5 degrees if it goes through twice. Which is probably too cold, if we're honest, but again, this is not the most efficient. That's why I think we create a vacuumed out chamber with a ceramic reservoir for the volcano, and we have one tile that is going to cool down the output from the volcano over time, just to put a little bit of heat into our coolant as it comes out of here. It's coming out at 13 to 20 degrees. It seems to be jumping. 12 degrees. And then goes into the base. I may replace these with radiant pipes just to drop some cooling into this area, but you can see it's fine because it's being cooled out here at this level. We're doing real good for cooling. Real good. I could run this through here to cool off these machines, but honestly 50 degrees, and it's been running like that for how many cycles? A couple hundred cycles? Maybe less than that, but something like that. I think it's good. And what's it leaving at? 39, 40 degrees. So it seems to be warming up to a fairly consistent level when this is going off. We have critter starvation, and it's gone now. Building broken, that's going to annoy the heck out of me because that's right there. And yeah. So I think what I need to do finally is start with some stations. Just trying to brain a way of doing this. You know what I wanted to do, actually? I noticed a problem. Somehow we have a bunch of food poisoning in here, and I don't know if the fish that was in there has anything to do with that. Do they using polluted emitting water? Is that how that works? Affects water. No, it eats and it excretes water at 200 grams a second. When this guy, let me tell you, it confused the heck out of me. Because he spawned in here. I mean, the 𝘊𝘭𝘢 laid an egg for a 𝘊𝘭𝘢𝘮. And I was just getting this film of water on the top here. That's why those ladders are there. And I kept mopping it up because I installed a mod to mop anywhere, by the way. We could go ahead and we could mop literally anywhere and it won't throw an error. They will come down here and mop full things, full tiles. Or as much as they can at a time. Anyways, I kept mopping the water off and I thought it was bugging out because the water was just appearing magically. No, it was the 𝘊𝘭𝘢 excreting 200 grams a second, just enough to annoy me and think I'd gone crazy. So by the time I looked at him, I had spent a fair amount of time. Yes, indeedy. Aluminum volcano. Another opportunity to throw heat into our cooling system. So that's a goal, fairly short term. This is not necessarily, the volcano is not necessarily short term. If we go and check how much, what is it, igneous rock we need? Igneous rock. Go into resources. See all. IGN. Igneous rock. It's there. We have 322 tons. That's enough to feed these guys for a little while. Because they will eat. I don't know how much. How much will you eat? Tell me, dupe. Or not dupe. Stonehatch. He's not talking. He's protecting someone. Shine nymph eggs, sure. We could go ahead and put some shine nymph eggs. What do I need? One of these. In here. It's a lot of shine nymphs. Then again, I could also throw them in here. Let them hatch in here and sort of purify my water. No, they won't purify the water. Anyways, I picked up water somewhere. It's got germs in it, and it's really disappointing. So I think it's past time we get a chlorine room. And if we do... That's maybe overkill going that far. But we can do that. And throw some chlorine in. Although it's going to want to sink. But the oxygen should keep it from getting out. I don't know. I don't like it. I think what we'll do is throw a drop of water at it. And it'll be fine. I remembered how I used to do powerless purifying. And there's different ways of going about it, but I'm pretty sure all I used was a series of valves, of liquid valves. One valve between each, and you would slow the rate of water. So you couldn't get a full pipe out of the system, but I didn't care because it didn't take power. This is outputting at a good rate. I used one of the online calculators. I put in this geyser versus these three electrolyzers, and we were still losing, I think about 1.5 kilos a day. No, more than that. A lot. We were losing a lot. I'd have to pull up the calculator again. But with all three of those geysers together, we should have endless water. That's the hope anyways. We just have to cool it down. If you guys know any tricks for getting rid of a spore kid like this guy, let me know, because it is positively deadly in there. 1.2 million zombie spores, and to get the... I put in this apothecary just as a... But to get a serum vial, which is good for fighting zombie spores, you need sun nymph eggs, which we have not been raising. Maybe these guys will raise some sun nymphs for us. Critter eggs, shine nymph, priority 8. So we'll get them dropped off in there, and then we'll get rid of the bin afterwards. Shine nymph, not sun nymph. Let's have a little read. Sun nymph egg. And when it eats gristleberry, well, that's the diet it's on. They should be creating it. Huh. Anyways. The other thing I set up was if we need to lean on this water, we can. I have it set up to get purified. And then, oh yeah, that's how we got germs, I bet. We got some germy water out of here, and it went... Yeah, some of the germy water from our toilet system. I didn't think this through at all. We need a separate water sieve for this water. It's my fault. It's my fault. That would work in a weird sort of way. No, wait. Hold on. Doot, 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 doot. Other way around. That's just I'm having a moment, okay? Yeah, it can sit that way. We will work a bridge over top like that. So the output goes first. And then I need to pull this. I don't know what I'm doing. Let me have a brain moment. Alright, I did figure out what was wrong with my brain. It's I'm a dumb is what it is. So we're gonna have the water come out of here through this filter, and then that bridge won't exist. It'll go straight over to the drop-off. Not the drop-off even. To this section of pipe, which will feed it to the bristle blossoms, and then when they are full, drop it into the reservoir. So just a backup water source. Hopefully we won't need to use it for quite a while. That's the plan anyways. Plan is to use this stuff. And the water is staying at a decent 30 some odd degrees. I actually believe we could put that in here without too much problem. Simply because of the amount of cooling that's coming through the base right now. I think it would be fine. But we'll get to that point when we need to. This is going to be active for 65 cycles. So, I mean, sooner than later we'll need it. What have I done? Okay, that is better. We need a little space to get the water out. So that'll do. Give me pipe. Can I as pipe? I guess we took it all out. Okay. Plumbing, we go for insulated liquid pipe. And igneous rock sounds good. Come out from that pump. Straight up through here. I guess we might as well just reuse that. And this will carry on. Apparently I broke some of it. Up into there. This is being set up. Now this is a modded small liquid reservoir. I don't know whether they couldn't figure out how to make the buildings rotatable, but well, they do rotate, just not in a useful way. So they basically covered it by having one that's the opposite direction, and then having one that's horizontal. Oh, well, that's the one we should be using all the time, I guess. It's a reverse flow direction. I see. That's why those are like that. Anyways, pretty cool. And what I'm going to do is turn this down to 999. What? How much? Oh, 10,000 grams a second. Okay. How about 9,999 grams a second? And maybe turn this one down to 0. I want to fill this system first. And we're getting all the gas out. Yeah. Also, our cooling loop wasn't totally full. So temporarily, I added a bridge here. Which is great, other than I have to demolish the bridge. I can't just snip it. Oh well, c'est la vie. And, yeah, there's our water. Going around this slight bit of spaghetti. But it's working. That's the important thing. How much heat are we providing back up? It would be hard to tell, I think, right now. That's 27 degrees. That's probably coming from here. No, that's 20 degrees. Okay. Are we cooling it that well? Nah, 37 here. Okay, that's what I thought. And this water, of course, is without germs, so there's no need to purify it. But this is looking good. I think what I might do... So we have this feeding our oxygen generators, and this was meant to be the output, but I think we just make the output come up here. Then again, I'm questioning everything now, because does it matter that there's germs in this? We're not manually feeding these, and they don't care if there's germs on it. In fact, there's floral scent all over in there. It doesn't matter if there's... Yeah, there's no germs in here anyways, but it wouldn't matter if there was food poisoning. So it would only be for something like, maybe, does any of the medication take water? I don't even think so. Oh, that does. Curative tablets take water. So that would potentially grow some food poisoning on it. Yeah, you can see fried mushrooms got some food poisoning on it, but that's not a big deal. There's not much of it. I don't know if this is as big of a deal as I was making it out to be, but you know what? I've made the thing. I now need to prove the concept, so that's what I'll do. This water will come out of here and go straight through into there. Did they reach up there? Oh yeah, it's only 3 tall. Right. And that will be good. It's taken a while to get that all vacuumed out, but it's happening. And we will need some bridges. In fact, I'll probably put a bridge on there to start it. And snip it. Until we're totally ready for it. So the way I used to do this was I would go 1 less each way. And I'm pretty sure back in the day I used to restrict it a lot more. But really the thing you want is these reservoirs to be full and to be static for a portion of time. And if we're restricting the flow, that means that there's going to be water staying in there. And it should average out the germs between the things. We'll take that iron. Thank you very much. Yeah, you can see there's a gap in the loop. And I'm trying to remove all those gaps in the loop because that's lost opportunity for well, generating heat with these guys. Or our turbines. Which are getting tuned up. Is anything else getting tuned up? Nope. Nope, that's good. Nothing else should be tuned up as far as I'm concerned. Once we have this geyser going, we'll switch to aluminum. And we'll work on that. We could build an enclosure around this. But I haven't quite decided how I want to go about that. Yeah, we're getting there. It's down to milligrams anyways. I also came up to a point where we were running out of food for poke shells. And we have this set to 4 critters right now. But a large part of the population died off at once because we're not producing very much polluted dirt. So I started harvesting the mealwood in here in order to just let it sit in this box and rot. So we got meal lice, we got pickled meal, anything we have like that just sits there, rots, and then gets fed to the poke shells. It's kind of the best I can do right now. Poke shells are maybe not... I mean, they're definitely not long-term in our future. But let's have a look. We have 10 units of small poke shell molt, which we should crush up. We have 8 units of the full-size ones. We have 185 kilos of eggshells, which we'll be producing a lot. So 185 divided by 5. Well, that's 30, and 35 is 7. So 37. And then fossil, we had a little bit of that come up down below. So we'll turn, that'd be 25 is 2.5. No, wait, that's 2,500 kilos. So 25. So we're going to get a bunch of lime out of this, with which that we can then make steel. And we already have how much steel? 700 kilograms, not very much. Because I want to have enough on hand that we can expand and maybe do another thermal Aquatuner setup if we need to. Yeah. Flooding, is this? Yeah, this is all the battery. Building broken, it's the battery. Damage overheated, it's the battery. I want to turn your alarms off. How do I do that? Disable auto repair. Disable building. Just get rid of the alerts. I don't care. I don't know. But I'm really happy to see these guys. Slicksters. Finally, a use for all that carbon dioxide we have. Now, I think we can use it to propel a rocket. Isn't there a CO2 rocket later on? I believe so. Yeah, 37, 38 degrees. Coming in at 16. And then we could kick it up a notch again with this aluminum. Well, my brain is not processing how to sequester the base from itself. That doesn't make any sense from the rest of the asteroid. I need to just figure it out. We'll probably cut one of these. Well, we'll have to cut both the ladders and poles. Build another level for an exit, and then a base for the transit tubes. Well, I just reasoned through that pretty quick, but to do it, it's going to take me a minute. And I'm really interested to see what we can do here. Given this is idle and not dormant, this is a little dangerous. Well, let's see. I should probably use ceramic. We have 10 tons of it. This is 400 a pop, though. Oh, joy. Oh, joy. How do we do this? Well, we're gonna need divine intervention. No, we're gonna need to think this through. I'm still using sandstone. That's amazing. Wonder how much we have left. It's because all those ladders around the base are made out of sandstone. Sandstone. 747.5 tons. We're fine. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do... I'm thinking of a door transfer system to cool an area. But also we have the problem of how do we then get the material out? Do we just cool the material and only empty it when it goes dormant? That's a way to go about it. We're gonna need to make a shell and a vacuum. That's pretty much guaranteed. So I think we're gonna start with igneous rock over top of the thing. I'm gonna leave 2 spaces around it. Yeah, you know, I think we just put in 1 steel. Let's have a look at something here. So if I put down steel, hold on, game, I want that back. Tungsten, iron, lead, and copper. I really don't have any gold. That's amazing. And then have a look at this. We're gonna eject at 1726.9 degrees Celsius. We go to properties here. Melting point is 2426. That's steel. Coming down to copper, that would melt. That would melt. That's lead. That, yeah, melts real low. Iron almost does it. And tungsten is overkill compared to steel. So I think we just put a steel tile in. Spend 100 of our hard-earned steel. Also, I'm going to make the bottom bit out of ceramic. And we'll do those two in ceramic. Maybe put in an obsidian ladder or two. Take that out. You know what I could do here? We could put a little liquid lock. Yeah, I'll put a little liquid lock so we can vacuum it out. We can work on this from the inside. We can dig this out and let it go. So ceramic, yeah, two more. We got enough ceramic for the job, it looks like, maybe. And for some reason I'm doing everything at priority 9 these days. It's really not necessary. It's just, I don't know. I wanted something done real fast and I never turned it off. Priority creep is what I like to call it. There we go. Dig that one down. Getting a nice little reservoir at 34 degrees. That's not bad. Building broken. Critter starvation. Hatch. Yeah, hatches aren't really meant to survive in this setup. We're not feeding them anything. So I think what we do is we just turn them off. As much as that scares me a little bit, to get rid of natural hatches, there's always the printer, right? If we ever get to a point where we're like, oh, I need a hatch for this very obscure, not apparent reason. Yeah. So we're going to get rid of the hatches. And put... Yeah, they're all going to get drowned, I guess. So we're going to be relying on stone hatches. Sorry, guys. I know, it's a rough life and death. But hey, barbecue. Makes everything better, right? No, we should probably keep that, yeah. We got the pinch row there, and I decided to do glossy drecklet there. These guys are looking after their own eggs, and the extras are getting drowned anyways. We're only keeping 4 in there. It doesn't really hurt. I mean, they're tame. What do they eat again? Sulfur and sucrose. So we are feeding them. We're feeding them sulfur, which we have 108.7 tons, so we're all right. Hey, look at that. I kind of want to put that at 8 critters. Now that we're taking their eggs and incubating them. But I think we're going to add an extra 1. Maybe an extra 2 for the time being, because we don't have many stone hatch eggs, or any, at this moment in time. They're all fairly young. Okay, this is coming along. I do want to high priority sweep this. And get down a bottle emptier. By the way, how are you doing? Pump dot and gas, exactly what I like to see. I could leave it there. Let's leave it there in case of quote-unquote accidents, aka me screwing up. And then let's get a little bleach stone in here. Let's search for it. Bleach stone. 500 kilograms, priority 9. How you doing, fishies? Pretty good. Pretty good. Just hanging out by the feeder, you know. Keep them cool. 24 degree water. Love to see it. 16 degrees in the base. That's a little chilly. That would be... I would think about 20 would be ideal. But I'm not going to fight it. 27 degrees? Is that all it's going back at it? Wow, man. We're definitely ready for a volcano here. Here's an idea. Here's an idea. Do I do it? Do I do it? We have some igneous rock, which is great. Let's throw down... What am I... Brain. Brain. It's right there. Let's throw down one of these right there. We're going to put this to sweep only and sweep all this stuff along the bottom into it. This is why, though, we need transit tubes, so they can just pop in here and appear back up the base. What now? Yeah. Well, don't just stand there. All right. Nisbet has earned a little time off. Great. Hey, look at the time. Let's let me pause a little bit before this video gets too long, and I'll clean this up and come back to you. You know, while we're down here, and I've been waiting so long, by the way, there's a lot of stuff in here. There's over 100 tons worth of materials in there so far, and we're not done yet. And I've pretty much forgotten why I'm doing that. It's just to put a little liquid here. I mean, I know that. But we could just use one of these. It doesn't really matter right now. We just need to get it buttoned up and vacuumed out. And then I can seal it temporarily. You know what I mean? Probably temporarily, but we'll put a door on it and lock it. If we go, it doesn't really matter, but I will go with I don't know, iron. We'll put it there. This doesn't make any sense until there's some water there. But I mean, ideally the liquid's just going to come out and flow down here and then solidify and be cooled down, which is kind of the part I forgot, by a steel pipe that'll just go back there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Deconstruct that. We don't need you anymore. Thank you very much. We are going to need to pump this out. So let me just set up a simple one of these, and we'll get that going. And this is kind of what I wanted to achieve down here. We have access to oil. Very warm oil. But if we want, we can use some of that. Yeah, look at this. All cleaned up. Well done, dupes. No! No, my moon pool. Why, game? And meanwhile, I've started to flow some water into here to fill up this reservoir. It only takes 2,500 kilograms. So, is that right? 2,500 kilograms? That sounds like a lot. 10 kilograms. That is a lot of water. Why is it so big? I thought it was tiny. Well, the medium takes 99,000 kilograms, so I guess, you know, and what do I have this one set to? Do we have a liquid reservoir built? I think it says the default. It says the default of 5 tons, but it's more than that. Yeah. Anyways, this is half of that. So we'll see. I don't think we're gonna run out of water. Considering yeah, there's 1,000 kilograms per tile, so it's 2.5 tiles. Is a little bit. Not a lot of it. I've also decided I've had to go back to 35 degrees, which means it'll cool it down to 20. Somewhere in one of those pipes it'll tell me. No, because it's a liquid bridge. Somewhere in here. Yeah, so it's coming out at 22 because we're having issues like this where our cooling is too good. The water weed won't even grow. It's too cold. It needs 22 to 65. These guys need 5 to 30, so they're fine. But really, the sweet spot is about 25 degrees, I guess. So that's what we'll set it as, knowing that we will have this guy to heat up our stuff pretty soon. We're just waiting for this sweep to be done and this to be pulled to a vacuum. Yep, because we don't want the heat transferring at all. At all. In fact, I'm going to add an extra height of ceramic tile to each side of that. Beauty. There she blows. 40 degrees, so if it were to stay at 40 degrees, it'd come down 15, which would be 25. Which is, yeah. I don't know what we're gonna get out. Water at 26 degrees. I think we'll set it to 30. Because it's cooling down these guys too. Almost there. Sweep. Sweep, my pretties. Sweep. And then we have to wait for this eruption to stop. And then we're going to take this. I had a feeling he was going to do that. We'll turn off sweep only. And we're just going to turn it right off. We'll just leave all that stuff there. Look at it all. There's 46 tons of igneous rock there alone. 2.8 tons of copper. There's some iron ore. There's some lead. A couple tons of algae. 25 kilograms of copper. Straight up copper. And some seeds. I decided to do some of that. You can see it's very deep, but I have that mod in. But that's going to take ages, and I think it's just continually going out of there. I think partly it's because this is so under pressure, it might be pushing it out. Or just the moon pool concept just doesn't work very well. It's fine. We'll leave the oil there for now. If we need it, we have it. Could be useful as a coolant later on. Oh, we're almost there. I am so ready for this thing. We're down to 250 or so micrograms or whatever they are. So that's nice. So close. All right, finally pulled a vacuum. I have no idea how long until this thing erupts again. It's just idle. We're gonna give it a go here. All right, before you go anywhere, please just sweep that. Just stay right here. Sweep that. Thank you very much. Amazing. Now we might get 𝘬𝘂𝘳𝘭𝘥 trying to start the analysis. Yeah. And as soon as this thing starts to rumble, we're gonna move him out of there. But I want you guys to see the first eruption here and see how it goes. Yeah, he's gonna need to do a lot of that for air. We should get the pump out. We should probably take the pump out. It will melt. Literally melt. Okay, I think I'm gonna cancel that for now. We're gonna deconstruct that. We're gonna deconstruct these. And we'll analyze it when it's dormant. We'll be able to tell. It will at least tell us that. And vacuum is holding. Okay. Dupes, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Well done, 𝘬𝘂𝘳𝘭𝘥. Get the other one. Good man. That can stay there, I think. And then we will lock this. Or we can just do that. We can say exit only for now. And wait for this to blow up. And it's happening. I missed the first little bit, but we got molten aluminum at 1726.9 degrees Celsius. Holding steady. I added a couple extra pipes just in case we need to increase the cooling loop. Because I really want to jack up the heat coming back into the Aquatuners. Look at that. Drip fruit plant. Lovely. But I guess that was it. We only get 10.7 kilograms for 33 seconds every 10 3/4 minutes. So it's gonna be a little while to accumulate. That's for sure. And an important little change here, you can see we're starting to run out of power because these guys are not getting coal. We have lots of coal. We have 109.4 tons. But it's not being fed up to these guys because that requires manual labor. Until now, I've put in auto sweepers above both so that we can keep them going. You can definitely reach that. Priority 7. You should be feeding it, but maybe it only feeds at a certain point in time. There we go. And now we have power until we don't need it anymore. This is still running away, doing its thing. And yeah, we'll just get some more of this happening. But I think that's going to be it for now. We can sit here and watch this erupt till the cows come home, but this has gotten to be an hour-long video. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. If you're still here, I appreciate you. Please do subscribe. It's a massive boost to the channel right now. That's what we're going for the subs. To be like a real YouTuber, man. I could use the extra revenue, to be honest. All right, that's it. Have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you next time. Bye for now.